such a great way to start ātmiyam. You let go of this ego of like, should I move or should I not move? Like there you just let go of things. Like it might take some time, but then that did work.
At Meher's workshop, it was a little interesting to understand how chakras are activated through different movements, and with just simple basic words like say flow or like stillness, what actually happens in your body, and like these different embodiments really opened up my body in different ways. Like even Meher said, your experience when you do it the first time would be different when you do it after 10 times. Your body doesn't remain the same, always evolving. It is very interesting to understand that, how movement is such an integral part of everyone's life.
Each person speaks and their bodies move.
Meher's session where we were learning about chakras, and it was very energizing. It opened up my mind to explore anything yet to come.
I find a subject more interesting when you have the props. And I think that's what it is. It enhances the entire experience. The hula loops, the nature, the vibe, everything associated to ātmiyam is enhancing. That's the term I'd like to use, enhancing your experience.
I think it was fun, like so much fun. Sissy was there, she was doing hooping, and then I was doing the movement and everything in between. So I really saw a lot of impulsive bodies and spontaneous playfulness in each human who was participating in the sessions, and like what they started and they were trying to understand, and then how it ended, the playfulness and the spontaneity that came along with their way, and the group dynamics, like working with an individual, which is really difficult with your body. So I think that was also a very interesting take, because the plan was to not have a session plan, but it was just to improvise and understand what the group wants to do at that moment. So that was the biggest takeaway for me, to like improvise whatever comes to your mind and be receptive to the participants. And hooping was great, I loved it. Like Sissy's energy was so contagious. I was like, I'm getting all the energy onto me for my session. So it was lovely, it was genuinely lovely.
Priya wrote a poem, and the fact that she wrote something so sweet and beautiful that I'll take it very closely with me and I'll keep it, I think was very beautiful.
I think the animal flow was beautiful. Like I felt so much agility, mobility in my body, like how my muscles were moving, how my bones were moving, and the coordination and the way he facilitated was like really well. It's just that someone who has a good understanding about their body, but they try something new, it's always like it's going back to the basics and going back to the crux and understanding the basic flow in every kind of practice that you indulge your body into.
He's a fantastic coach, because I think he's done his level 3 in animal flow, so he understands the moves and the body parts and the way that it transforms you very well. So I think it was a very interesting experience.
They wanted to receive what I wanted to give. That's the one thing a coach looks forward to.
You can now start thinking and planning.
I think what Ashton did so well was to tell you that we're so focused on our end goal. I know 90% of the people that, friends of ours, all of us, have problems with getting it done. Somehow or the other, we get distracted or something happens, and Ashton helps you cross the line. Like he helps you get to end point, as we say. It could be a start point to another.
2 days no sleep, getting ready for the presentation.
A lot of them said that procrastination was one of the common term that everybody used, and he helps you challenge it in a very interesting way.
Really, really enjoyed it. Taking a lot of notes and trying to work on his tips.
It gave me a lot of insight over what I want to change about myself. So he was talking about like physical things, like, but I figured out that I had to focus more on my thoughts as the habit and how do I talk to myself. So that was a great insight to have, even though I had it before, but like it wasn't outrightly told to me, like, I didn't question why. So the 3 whys really made me ponder over these few things to understand that, why are you doing what you're doing, and then how can you bring these small changes and make it as minuscule as picking up your yoga mat and just rolling it, So I think it's just like the tiny gestures which help you turn it into a full-fledged habit, which is great, which, we start big, but we don't start small. And I think that's the biggest takeaway, to start small to achieve something big.
Something that have been in our tradition and history for a really, really long time, almost 5,000 years back. It's a kind of a tradition that a mother passes on to the daughter. They draw it outside their houses first thing in the morning to just invite the little creatures that are present in our nature and welcoming the abundance and the prosperity into the house. But I think that's a beautiful culture that's been going on for a very long time, and now that we are following it, it's still a living thing that's been on. So yeah, I absolutely loved how it is connected to the sacred geometry, how the flowers make the same kind of pattern that comes out from, the same, and how it is all linked to each other, how it was beautifully connected. Like it was like an energy flowing from one point to the other point. So it was beautiful, it was meditative, and also it's so spiritual in a way. So it was amazing. Like my heart is full.
Aishwarya brings that in, and it gives you I genuinely loved her. It was calm, it was creative. Not that I did too well, but it was creative and it was fun. And I liked that. I really liked her session. Just the greatness of culture.
Kolam I've seen so many times on my trips to Chennai, but I had no idea how it was made or what was the etiquette, because it's always in front of somebody's house. Do you walk over it? What do you do, right? So understanding and actually trying my hand at it, I think it was a fantastic experience learning it as well.
I'm an artist, and I also am really drawn to geometry, math, and abstraction. It was both like intellectually just so like rich and also just so beautiful. Be in flow. That was the thing too, it's like starting your day with the kolam practice where you're centering yourself, clearing your mind. That's amazing. I want that.
I'm glad that she's from Bombay and she lives very close to my house. So I think I'm going to attend more of puja sessions of aqua yoga in Mumbai also.
Sound healing and the cacao ceremony was my absolute favorite. It really aligned me vibrationally.
The perfect ending to the whole session because it was peaceful. It kind of, the weather, the whole vibe just gelled with everything.
It was the most relaxing experience, and thank God you guys kept it at the last, that that everybody is done with the aqua yoga and the physical activities, and then everybody just relaxes and releases good energy and takes back love with them.
It's been the most beautiful experience, is connecting with people I've never seen before from all over the place. Honestly feeling like family at the end of just 3 days. I didn't know that was possible. With different editions of ātmiyam, it's gotten richer, bigger, and more amazing if that's possible. I can only imagine that next time around it'll be everything it was this time and a little bit more. I couldn't recommend this more. I honestly feel transformed in a good way. Not that I'm a different person, no. I'm like, the parts of me that I wanted to be out there but were not ready are now ready.
I was the oldest at the age of 62, 26 years old today.
Amazing is the word. I'll definitely keep coming back.
Thank you, ātmiyam, for having ātmiyam, and I would like to attend the future ātmiyam retreats too.